All right, so we have learned about the HTML heading elements, right? Now let's learn about the lists in HTML. In HTML, there are two type of lists. One is the unordered list and another one is the ordered list. So let's dive in. So what I'll do here, I'll just create an h1 and then I'll do like HTML lists. Okay, now inside of that I'll do another h2 and we will learn first about the unordered list. So unordered lists. Okay, now let's create the unordered list. To do so, we have to create the UL tag. So let's do UL and hit enter. And this is the unordered list tag. And if I just save it and just go to the browser, and as expected, there is nothing here. So this is our h1 and there is the h2 and there is the UL tag, but our UL tag is currently empty. So let's add some things. So what we should be adding here? So inside of the unordered list, we have to add the list items. So let's go to the code editor. So inside of that, we have to create another element inside of another HTML element. So we have to nest the elements. Okay, so inside of the UL tag, we will create the list item tag, which is the LI tag. Okay, so we will create the list item, and here suppose there is an office and there are 3 persons working into the same position. So there should not be like someone is not someone's boss. Those three are like kind of friends and they work together. So we have the person 1, then we can do something like the person 2, not person 1, let's do person A, and then we can do person B, not V, B, and then we can do the person C. Okay, so there are 3 people working in the same office with the same position. So we cannot order the people by ranking or something like that, right? So if I save that, and now if I go to the browser, and as you can see here, we have the unordered list, and inside of that we have the person A, person B, and person C. And as you can see, there is a little bit of the styling here applied, like pre-applied, and there are the bullet points to indicate, okay, these elements are inside of the unordered list. Okay, so this is the unordered list. So let's go to the VS Code once again, and now let's create the ordered list. Okay, so let's do the ordered list. So I'll create another h2 and ordered list. Okay, so here I have created the heading. So to create the ordered list, we have to create the OL tags here. So OL, which stands for ordered list basically, and inside of that again we have the list items similar to previous one. So this is the same, like the list item tags are same, but if we want to create unordered list, we have to use the UL tag, and if we want to create the ordered list, then we have to use the OL tag. Okay, now inside of this OL tag I can create the list item, so list item, and here I can do like item 1, then I can do item 2, and I can do item 3. Okay, so if I hit save and go to the browser, so as we can see, we have our ordered list here. And please note here we do not have the bullet points. We have the proper numbering. So this is indicating that, okay, the item 1 is the first item. Then we have the item 2, which is the second item. And we have the item 3, which is the third item, which is looking nice. So in this way, we can create the unordered list here and the ordered list, which we have created here. Now, inside of that, we can create the multiple nested lists as well. What do I mean by that? Suppose here we had this unordered list where there were 3 persons who are working inside of the office, and like the boss of that office, suppose, tells the person C to guide 2 newcomers inside of the office, which is the person D and the person E. So person C is the in charge of the 2 new people, which is the person D and the person E. So how we are gonna create that? So I can just go to the code editor. Now here inside of the list item of person C, we can create another unordered list or ordered list, whatever you want to create. I will create the unordered list. So I will do the ul tag, and inside of that I'll create once again the li tags, and here person D, and I'll create another one, person E. And if I hit save and I'll go to the browser once again, and as you can see, now the indentation has been changed for person D and person E, and as well as the bullet points. So it is indicating that under person C there are 2 more person who are person D and person E, and we have that. So we can create multiple lists inside of one list. Okay, and also as you can see, there are some of the styling changes here for the list items, which we can configure and change by using CSS. So when we will be learning about CSS, we will definitely look into that. But yeah, this is basically the HTML lists. And you might be thinking like, hey, where I will be using that? So these lists are used all over the place. So if I just do a new tab and go to, okay, go to Wikipedia. Okay, and just, okay, let's go here inside of the Wikipedia. Let's search, suppose sun. Why not? Okay, so here as you can see, there are a bunch of things going on. And if we just go down, there are some of the headings as well, paragraphs as well, which we have learned, right? So here they are showing images, which we will learn definitely. Now what we can do, we can find some of the things about the lists. How we can find that? Okay, so as you can see here, we have the bullet points, right? We have the bullet points. So it is basically the unordered list. Here if we have the notes, which is saying ABCD, most probably it is an ordered list. And here in the references, it is basically an ordered list because we have the numbers here as well, like 1 2 3 4 5 6. So like the ordered list and the unordered list are used quite often to build the websites. And one other place where the unordered lists are very like significantly used, when we want to build the navigation bar of a website. So here we do not have that, I believe. We have some of those, like these things are most probably unordered list, But yeah, basically whenever we want to create the navigation bar, when we will be creating that and making it look pretty, we will definitely look into that. So okay, so this is the unordered and the ordered list in HTML.